What is up, guys? So we got a little bit something different for my channel. If you're new here, this isn't really what I do, but if you are subscribed to me, it's going to be a little bit different, kind of going off the beaten path here. But today I do want to talk about MEPS and how to get in, mainly with tattoos and my experience with them and kind of the different ideas for the branches. So alright, first thing is I'm going to just summarize MEPS as quick as I can, and before we get to that, we have some work going on in the house, so you might hear stuff going on. MEPS basically, for me, I went in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. That's going to be in the Midwest, right in the cold, but that experience might differ from how your experience might go. I know I've looked up a bunch and there's going to be different floors. For me, it was mainly one floor, just a lot of it, different rooms. Some people say they try to be your friend and they're actually friendly. In my experience, they weren't. They're trying to prepare you for MEPS in general. So it's kind of a toss-up. Mainly, I'm going to say that they're going to try to make you seem like a liar. They're going to kind of get on your ass about things. So just don't bring any knives. Don't bring anything that's going to make you look silly in front of everybody and them. You're trying to join the military. You got to try to be professional, because if you can't get past this step, as in being professional with them and accepting what's going to happen, you're not going to survive basic very well. Or you will, but it will be a lot harder on you. So it's better to accept it now, and MEPS will give you just like a little taste of it. You're going to go through the whole process. It's a long day. Get ready for it. Like I said, this is going to be mainly about tattoos and not the MEPS experience altogether. So I will try to throw out some key information, but if you're not getting everything you want just based off MEPS, try to look up some more YouTube videos, or if you want me to make another one breaking it down as much as possible, I can do so as well. But we're going to just continue on the tattoo portion of it. So the tattoo portion. Now you can get waivers or you can get your tattoos removed. For me, I'm going to give you my experience, and you take it into your daily life and or your friends or someone you know that's going to be going into the military as well. So with me, I had a full sleeve. I do not have that anymore. I'll have pictures showing up here. I basically spent 2 years getting my tattoos removed. It's not a fast process because mine was completely covered. I had a lot of shade going. That went off pretty easy. And then the outline is what took most of the time. The shading was gone with the first year. The outline was too deep. So that basically took forever. Very painful process. If you want to know what it's like, I used to say blowtorch. It's like a blowtorch on you, but not a lot of people know what that feels like. So if you've worked fast food or you've been around greasy food and you've had it like spray on you just a little bit, like that tiny little drop, and you know, you're freaking out, it hurts a little bit, or it got on your face, who knows. For me, it's like you're pouring grease the whole entire time. So me, it would be like 10-15 minutes. I'd have to sit there every session. And then throughout the year, the sessions decrease in time, less tattoos. Less ink in my tattoo. So I would say the best way to explain the pain is like grease. So you've already gotten past part of the tattoos. You can handle that. It's doable. It's just tattoos pain. Some parts it doesn't hurt. This isn't that case. There's no part that doesn't hurt. It hurts all over. So for me, I had to get mine removed. For you, you might be lucky. So let's say now that I got those removed, my recruiter wouldn't let me go anywhere near the process based off my tattoos, and I went Air Force. I'm going Air Guard, so I'd go reserves, National Guard, Air Guard. Things are going to be a little bit different towards the end of MEPS. It won't be too different. It's mainly where you're going, where you're swearing in, enlisting, all that kind of stuff. So that's the only real difference. So BMT is basically what I'm going to, and that's going to be in Texas. Now I chose that months ago, so I've had to go to drills every month, and I've gotten a lot of, I don't know, I would say tips and helpful hints of how to deal with basic in general, because I'm going Air Guard. So I do drills every month, all that kind of stuff. That's one other matter. So now, what would you be able to go through with tattoos, as in passing wise? None of my tattoos are derogatory towards another person. I would like to say it's no sexual harassment, no racism, no sexism, all that kind of stuff. Nothing gang related. Any of that kind of stuff will definitely disqualify you. So there's ways around it. You can get a waiver. Usually if it's gang related or sexist and racist, there's not going to be a waiver for those. They're not going to let that through. It doesn't matter where it's at in your body, they're not going to let it through. But you can get it covered, as in, let's say you get another tattoo over it, or you get it removed. At your own expense though, that's the tricky part. It was expensive for me. I've been getting tattoos since I've been 16 years old. I'm 24 now. So, it's been a while. I'm gonna be a little bit older and basic, but who knows, maybe you just got your first tattoo and then you wanna go in the military and bam, now you're having this problem. So, I'm gonna describe exactly what is the regulation for it. So I have them on my chest. I have a V-neck and you won't be able to see it, so I'm covered. I know that if it crosses over the collarbone, you're gonna be having a lot of issues with that. So, what would be an exposed limb? An exposed limb isn't from your shoulder up. So, better example, let's say I have my shoulder down, right? It's all the way down your middle finger. I don't know if you can see it all the way, but basically, this part doesn't matter. It's only when you're wearing your blues and your PT gear. So my limb is an exposed limb from here all the way down to the middle of, or to the end of my middle finger. So this does not cover over 25% of my limb. That's for the Air Force. Now the Navy, you can have sleeves all the way to the wrist, none on your hand, none on your face. You can have them on your neck, and you can have them behind your ear. But again, same thing, can't be sexist, gang-related, racist, all that kind of stuff. So that's Navy. They just passed that in March of 2016, I believe it is. The Army might be a little different, and the Marines, I know they're having, it's kind of a toss-up with sleeves right now, and definitely not neck tattoos. So, that's those branches. But for the Air Force, you can't have more than 25% of a covered limb. So, I'll just show it on there. I basically have this letter, which is Latin for words to live by, on my arm. It's not offensive to anybody, and it definitely can be covered when I'm standing at attention like this. And it doesn't cover more than 25%. I don't have any neck tattoos, my leg tattoo is covered. They still asked for all of my information for the tattoos. They have you draw it when you go to MEPS. So that's usually at the end towards the physical. So you get past the whole entire MEPS and then get right at the end, which for me, that's when the physical happened. And then they asked about my tattoos. They made me strip down. Don't lie. If you're going the guard or reserves or anything and you're thinking, wow, how would I just pass MEPS and then get a tattoo afterwards? And then I go back in. That's not gonna happen. You're gonna go back to MEPS and they do a rescreening for about an hour or two with you. And then they cover everything again, your weight, your health, whatnot. It's not gonna be the 8-hour day again, but you're gonna have to go back there. You have any more tattoos? Gonna be a problem. If you lie about tattoos or lie about your health and they find out, it's not just like, you lied, slap on the wrist. It pisses them off. Don't do that. Don't do it. Answer questions to the point, black and white. That's how they like it. Black and white and honest. Now, let's say you did something years and years ago. Your recruiter should, by the way, brief you through this. They don't want you to hide anything, but they don't want you to expose everything, if you know what I mean. It's hard to explain. Per your situation, your recruiter should help you out for that scenario. Mine did, kind of told me, she tricked me all the time. Talking to you, they ask you questions and you think you're just talking to your recruiter and she'll stop you and be like, don't say that. And you're like, what are you talking about? We're having a conversation, you and me. And she's trying to brief me on basically how MEPS is going to converse with me as well. So basically with tattoos, just make sure those are the things. Don't be jumping in and having all those gang-related stuff, sexist stuff. Be prepared. If you know that it's going to be an issue and you can't afford and or do not want to go the route of getting them removed, covered up, or anything else, I don't think this is going to be for you. And also, if you're going active duty, just be prepared that it's all about professionalism and just accept what's going to happen. Once you're out of basic and you're starting your job and everything else, you'll have a little bit more flexibility. But don't rush into MEPS thinking that as long as you pass this, you got a golden ticket to basic. You can still be disqualified to go to basic as well. So with tattoos, it's pretty simple. ASVAB, that's a whole other story. This is mainly tattoos. With mine, I didn't have anything bad on this arm. I couldn't have the whole entire sleeve that covered way too much of my limb and everything else. if you do enjoy stuff about the military, I do game on this channel as well. If you're not interested in that, don't worry about it, but I am going to like continue further along with the military a little bit. I know YouTube is being weird about politics in the military, so I really don't care about what YouTube thinks for the military and their ways of doing it, as in revenue wise. It doesn't bother me. I just want to portray my lifestyle to you guys, and I want to help you better understand the life of the military. My whole entire family's been in the military. Friends are all in the military. I mean, I'm like the last one going in, and I feel like a late bloomer. So that's basically all I got for you guys. I'm just a guy trying to make some memories, and I want to make memories with you as well. So subscribe, like if you enjoyed this. If you still have further questions, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to make another video if there's so many of the same question as well. Otherwise, I'll try to describe it better down below as well. And stay tuned for when I go to basic and come back. I will give you a breakdown of exactly what it's like of 2016, 2017. That's pretty much all I can tell you. So either way, I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Stay tuned.